Welcome back everybody. In this video we'll be replacing the front and rear deck covers on the Apollo Phantom. The tools you'll need for this job are a 5mm Allen key and a Phillips head screwdriver. So the first thing we're going to replace is the front tray. All you're going to need to do is remove the 2 top screws and the 2 bottom screws. So we're going to take the Phillips head screwdriver, remove the 2 top screws. Now for number 2. Now let's head under the deck and we're going to remove these 2 screws right here. Put them to the side as we're going to use them with the new tray. Before we remove the front cover, we're going to need to loosen this up, so we're going to take a 5mm Allen key, just like this. We can then loosen it a bit more. We're going to pull our brake line through and then out. Now we can feed it from the back to the front, so let's head over there and pull it out. After our brake line's free, we want to gently pull it through here. Like this, we can let it hang. And now we'll need to remove these brackets right here. So we're going to take our Phillips screwdriver, remove the 2 top screws here. We can then put this on the side and do the same thing on the other side. Now all we need to do is remove these 4 screws right here to remove the light covers. There's one, and repeat the process on the other side. We can then take our new tray or new front cover and reverse the process. So we're going to flip it over here. I'm going to start by installing the screens. Make sure to not tighten the screws too tight, as the threading is plastic and it will break. Do the same thing on the other side. There we go, and now we can install it on the scooter. We'll then take our light bracket, align it with our 2 holes on the tray. We can then take our first screw, like this. Just start it off. We can then take our second screw. Like the light cover, we don't want them too tight because obviously the threading is plastic. So that should be good. Let's head over to the other side. We can then align our bracket with the grooves. We take our screw. We can then adjust our bracket accordingly. Take our second screw. That should do the trick. We can now snap our front cover back on. Take our first screw, insert it in. We don't have to tighten it all the way, as we want a little bit of leeway with the other screws. We can take our second one. There we go. Let's head to the bottom and install these 2. Now our last step is put the brake line through the deck out the back, so we'll just move this here. We can reinsert it into the hole and push it all the way. If you're having problems with the line coming out the back, we can just remove this piece here. All we need is the Phillips head screwdriver, remove the top screw, like this, and we have another one at the bottom that we'll remove. This one right here. We can just gently pull this off. Once you've found your line, you can just keep pushing it through here. We're going to pass our line through here in the caliper, like so. Then pulling this up, I'm going to pass it under the forks, like this. And then just readjust your brakes accordingly. And you can take your 5mm Allen key and tighten it up. And that should do it. And now for the rear cover, we simply need to remove the 2 screws that hold the clear light cover. We can now insert the clear piece into the cover and screw it back in. Just like this, everything's tight. We can now reinstall it onto the scooter. So for this, we'll simply slip it, make sure you insert the brake line into the slot, and slip the cover onto the deck, just like that. We can now hold the cover in place and reinsert our cover screws, just like that, and the one on the bottom. And there we go, that's in place. And that's how you replace the front and rear deck covers on the Apollo Phantom.